Hey guys, real quick before this video starts, I just want to let you guys know of something that is currently going on. Over here on YouTube, over on Twitch, and now I'm also streaming on D-Live for those of you that don't know. From now until May 31st, we're trying to raise money for St. Jude Research and Hospital. For those of you that do not know what St. Jude is, it's a wonderful charity, a wonderful organization, a wonderful hospital that helps those kids that unfortunately are dealing with life-threatening illnesses, injuries, and all of the above. Now, one of the amazing things about St. Jude is that they do not charge a cent for the kids that stay there. They do not charge their families a dime. Another great thing that they do is that they do not, for those kids there actually that unfortunately have to stay there for elongated times, and instead of them and their families traveling long distances to and from the hospital, what they will actually do is they will house these kids and their families while their children are at the hospital. Once again, completely free of charge. This is a charity organization, an organization that is completely ran off of charity. Now, this is just a brief description of what they do and who they are. I first and foremost encourage you guys to check out St. Jude. They do have a website. I will leave a link for it down below. But like I said, as part of their St. Jude Play Live event, we are going to be trying to raise money for them up until the 31st. Now we're trying to raise up to $300. One of the things that you guys know here on the channel, for those of you that have been part of my charity events in the past, is we've never actually hit our goal on any of our charities. Now, we've raised a good amount of money for each charity we've done regardless, which, you know, I'm not complaining about. But, guys, I'm really hoping by May 31st we can hit our $300 goal for St. Jude. So guys, please, after you're done, go check out the website. If you would like to donate, I will leave a link down below this video for the donation page. Click on that. It'll send you to the donation page, and please donate what you can. There will be a link to the donation page in every single video I put up here on the channel up until May 31st. So guys, please, if you don't have the money to donate right now, but you think you will later, please donate when you can. It's all going to a wonderful cause, a wonderful organization. And please, once again, check out St. Jude's website to see more about what they do and who they are. We will also be having donation links for St. Jude as well over on my Twitch and over on D-Live as well. So if you're ever seeing me streaming on either platform, please, and you see the donation link, please donate over there to St. Jude as well. But guys, I'll quit my rambling. Please enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys later. Much love. Peace.
Turn me up, so. Whoa, whoa. Turn me up, so.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of the Rant Show. I'm, as always, your host for this Rant Show, none other than N7X Karu. And today we're actually going to be talking about a game system. And not just any game system, but the PlayStation. Not just any PlayStation, the upcoming PlayStation 5. Now, I'm sure by now most of you have already heard some of the stuff that Sony's promising, like complete backwards compatibility and all this stuff. I'm going to be real upfront and, you know, straight with you guys. I have not read up too much about what they're promising so far. You know, just hearsay from what I hear others say. Pretty much, I haven't done my own research, so I'm just saying that up front right now. But I'm sure we've all heard the promise that Sony's made of complete backwards compatibility. We're talking like all the way back to PS1, which for those of you that remember, back when the PS3 first came out, the very first PS3, the PS3 did that. But it's the PS5 we're talking about. So that means PS4 games, PS3 games, PS2 games, PS1 games. But the reason why I'm bringing up the upcoming PlayStation 5, well, I don't even know if they gave a year when it's supposed to be released yet. If they have, let me know in the comments below. But the reason why I bring that up is because I figured for this Rant Show, I'd just list some stuff that I'm hoping they do with the PS5. And the first thing I'm hoping that they do with the PS5 is dealing with the PlayStation Plus. You know, PlayStation's a version of a gold membership. You know how, like, Xbox has their gold membership? Well, the PlayStation Plus is Sony's version of that. And there's one thing I'm hoping that they're doing with the after the PS5 gets released, is I'm hoping that they include something with the PlayStation Plus. And the thing that I'm hoping that they include with the PlayStation Plus is the current thing that they have going on with the PS4, and that's that, let me see if I get this right, that PlayStation Now thing. It's where you, I don't even know if that's even the right word. I know there's something called PlayStation Now. I don't know if this is the exact thing that it is, but hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about after I describe it. It's the one, like, almost app thing that's on the PlayStation, PS4, where you can go and either download or stream game or whatever have you, different games from PlayStation's past. Like, some of the games you could play from PS Past with the PlayStation Now is all the original Harvest Moons that ever came out for the PlayStation. I believe a lot of the past Resident Evils you could play off the PlayStation Now, and so on and so forth. So pretty much the app was for the PlayStation was made so people could go back and pretty much download and play or stream play their own games that they used to play in the past. It was a cool, convenient, brilliant idea in my opinion, way to where people could go without having necessarily backwards compatibility. It was a ingenious way where people could go back and play their favorite games from the older PlayStation era. The one down part that to that whole thing, though, even though I know I just talked it up a bit, the one down part to that whole thing is that it was not included in PlayStation Plus. You had to pay a different subscription to get on the PlayStation Now so you could play those older games. So the one thing I'm actually hoping that Sony does when the PlayStation 5 comes out is that they include that with the PlayStation Plus. You know, get rid of the whole PlayStation Now subscription and just include it with the Plus. Now, I will say this, I'm hoping that if they do that, they don't jack up the price of the PlayStation Plus subscription. Like, I wouldn't be too bad, I wouldn't be too upset if they, like, increase it by, like, say, maybe $3 or $5, but don't ridiculously jack it up, like, 10 plus or more bucks. Seriously. I'm happy with the $10 a month I pay now. Don't raise it any more than $15 and I'll be fine. But once again, that's only if they include, instead of having its own separate subscription, if they start including the PlayStation Now whenever the PS5 comes out. So that's one thing I'm hoping. I'm just hoping that whenever the the PlayStation 5 comes out, that they start including PlayStation Now, or whatever it's called, with the PlayStation Plus subscription. That's not its own separate thing, that's just included. Because I think it'd be really cool for those that don't have, you know, the older discs, if the PS5 is actually going to be backwards compatible. So those that don't have the older PlayStation discs will actually still be able to play some of their old favorite PlayStation games with PlayStation Now after the PS5 comes out. I'm just hoping, that's my one hope with the PlayStation 5 when it comes out, is that they start including what the PlayStation Now could do, include that with the PlayStation Plus membership and not have its own separate thing. Now, like I said, that was one of the things I hope that they include after the PlayStation 5 comes out. The PS5 comes out. The second thing I hope they do is take a lot of their older PS1 and PS2 games and remaster them onto the PlayStation 5. Now, they've already done that with some with the PS4, like Resident Evil and so on, and they're doing that with the Medieval game, which I'm still not sure exactly when that's coming out. I'll have to look that up because I definitely want to get it when it comes out. But for those of you that are familiar with the Medieval games, it was a 2-game series where you are a skeleton named Sir Fortescue, and you have to, the whole spiel, you have to battle your way through evil and magic and all that. It was a really fun game series that came out for the PlayStation 2. I was completely hooked, and when I found out that they're remastering it and it was coming out for the PS4, me along with other people I knew, like Diction, who's an amazing YouTuber and Twitch streamer, check him out by the way, and others were super excited about this. and I could have sworn it was supposed to. I could swear it's supposed to come out sometime this year. I know they had to push it back once, but I could have sworn it's supposed to come out sometime this year. But I'm looking forward to that. But I'm getting off track. Well, another thing that I hope they do. Sorry, with the PS5 after it comes out is start remastering more of the older games. Like I'm talking, maybe hell even some of the Harvest Moon games. Hell, even if they honestly could, for those listening on SoundCloud, you won't see what I'm about to hold up. Because for those that don't know, that I put up my Rant Shows on SoundCloud now, the audio version. Go check it out when you have the time. And drop a like on them too, if you'd be ever so kind. But I'd like an example of like another game I'd like to see them remaster after the PS5 comes out is Baldur's Gate. For those watching the video version, you'll see the game I'm holding up right now. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 1 and 2. Now this right here is a game I would like to see them remaster and come out with the PS5 game with updated graphics. Don't change the story. The story is fine. Do not change the fucking story. But update the graphics and have it remastered, obviously, for the PS5. And then, like I said, this is just an example. There are several games I would like to see them remaster and come out for the PlayStation 5 after it comes out. Another example I would like to see, and others like to see, is Brave Fencer Musashi. It's another wonderful PS2 game that came out that I would love to see, remastered and come out for the PS5. But like I said, that's just another example of something I would like to have happen with the PlayStation 5 after it comes out. Is, take a few of their older games, I'm talking even back from like PS1 era, and remaster them and have them, the popular ones obviously, and have them remastered and come out for the PS5 after the PS5 drops. I think it would be an ingenious move, ingenious move in my opinion. A lot of the die-hard old-time fans would probably freaking love it. The chance that they have to get to play their favorite games again with updated graphics. I think that would definitely make a few people happy, Sony. So definitely that. Another thing I would say that I would like to see come out for the PS5 after it drops is just for a lot of games in general, after obviously games start to drop for the PS5, a lot of more games to come out mod friendly, where you could obviously put mods in said games. Because let's face it, that's the one thing, I'm sorry Microsoft, I'm sorry Sony, that's the one thing that PC still has you beat on, is the fact of how many ridiculous mods come out for the PC versions of video games that you guys can't even touch because your games for the systems aren't mod friendly. Their PC counterparts are, but you're not. And that's the one thing so far that PC constantly has you guys beat with, is the mod support for the PC version. So PS5, Sony, if you're listening, after games start to come out for your system, make your system mod friendly. Please, 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 because you would have so many more people playing on your system for hours on end if it had mod support, because mods half the time is the thing that makes or break a game. That's why you still have people playing Skyrim on PC to this day. It's just how many ridiculous mods have come out for that game that expand the story, expand what you can do with your character. And if you guys could do that with the PS5, make it mod friendly, you'd be doing yourself a tremendous freaking favor. And I don't think this needs to be said, but I'm just going to say it. Another thing I would like to see happen with the PS5 after it drops is just simply for it not to be faulty. I'm sure you guys remember the issues that the PlayStation 3 was first having when it first dropped, and the Xbox 360 first had when it first dropped, aka the Red Rings of Death. I don't care if you have to push back this PS5 like 2 or 3 times to make sure it doesn't crash and it runs smooth. take your fucking time with the system. Make sure, I don't care, I understand you're in a race with Microsoft for the next system to come out. I understand, it's competition. I fully get that. But do not rush it so much to where you have to start overlooking things. That's the thing that's fucked over the PS3 and the 360. Was it had, especially the 360, PS3 did too, but especially with the 360, it had so many fucking bugs when it first came out because they wanted to rush it out as soon as possible because they knew the PS3 was coming out. And because they rushed it, they overlooked stuff, and that's why you got the Red Rings of Death and everything else that was wrong with the 360 and even with the PS3. So do not rush it. Take your fucking time. Make sure it's a good-ass system, an actual good-ass system that players, like video gamers, actually want before you release. And trust me, you won't go wrong. Do not rush it. Take your time. Some of us, believe it or not, do have patience. And just take your time with the system and make sure when it drops, it's something that we actually want. And that it's a good fucking system. Just saying. And I still don't, someone can probably, this next part, someone can probably fill me in on why they do this, because I'm sure there's probably a reason. But I don't understand said reason. But for those of you that play, well, I mean, the Xbox One does it too. For those of you that play the Xbox One or the PS4, whenever you, especially the newer games, whenever you buy the physical disc version of a newer game, it still downloads the game onto the system, so it takes up space, more space than it actually would if it was just stayed on the disc like the PS3 games and other games did. Yes, you know, the updates and the save files still took, especially if it's a big game, took up a good majority of file space. But especially with the newer PS4 and Xbox One games, even if you buy a disc, it still downloads the game onto the system, taking up an enormous amount of space. So if there's some way that we could stop doing that with the PS5, so that way, you know, more files, more saved space can be saved on the systems for, you know, updates when they come out for games and for saved files. Because believe it or not, some saved files, especially, you know, for the bigger title games, they take up a lot of fucking space. So if we could stop with, you know, putting in a disc, but for some reason still downloading the game onto the system, if we could stop that, so that way more file space can be saved for updates and other stuff, especially if you do make it mod friendly, that's going to take up a lot of fucking space. So if we could stop that and just keep the games on the disc and not have them still download onto the system, that'd also be really fucking fantastic as well. And now this last one, it's not so much something that I'd like to see happen specifically with the PS5 and all that, and even other game systems that are going to be coming out here pretty soon along with the PS5, you know, with Xbox new system and so on and so forth. Another thing I'd like to see is just in general, you know, being able to play games together across multiple game systems. Like someone who wants to play, what's an example I can give? Okay, just say a Halo, any Halo. Someone who has Halo for Xbox, say eventually they actually do drop a Halo for PlayStation. Someone who has a Halo on Xbox will be able to play with someone who's on PlayStation. Now, I know there have been rumors abound many times over the years of Sony and Microsoft trying to work out, you know, some sort of agreement where they could do this, because a lot of gamers have been asking for it, but it's never come to fruition because of multiple reasons. But I'd finally like to see this happen. Like I said, this is not even dealing with necessarily a PlayStation 5 at this point, or I'd like to see come out with the PlayStation 5. I would just like to see this happen with game systems in general. So that way, people who want the Sony can buy the Sony, and people who want the Xbox can buy the Xbox, but they can still, if they have the same game but 4 different systems, they can still play together. If somehow we could just, in general, get that to fucking happen, that'd be great. And like I said, that isn't even, like, really dealing with the PS5 in a way. That's just dealing with game systems in general. I would just like to see it fucking happen. So that way someone who's on PC playing Overwatch can play someone on a PlayStation 5 who's playing Overwatch as well. They can join together and battle together and all that stuff. Just, if we could finally fucking make that happen, it'd be great. But, yeah, that's it. Those are just some of the major things, guys, like I said, that I'd like to see it come out with, or at least either come out or happen when PS5 comes out. Just to recap, have the PlayStation now be included with PlayStation Plus. Have a few of the older school PlayStation games, I'm talking from PS1 and PS2 era, to be finally remastered and introduced into the new PlayStation when it comes out. Such as, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, Brave Fencer Musashi, the older Harvest Moon games that came out for the PS2, just, examples. Have them remastered and come out for the new system. Just some of the iconic games that came out during the PS1 and PS2 era. I think it would be a really good idea and a really smart move on Sony's part if they did that. And then obviously with the game discs, no longer after you pop it in, then the game's still physically being downloaded onto the system. And just, it's staying on the disc, saving up space for mods and for saved files and for updates. So, a week into having a system, people won't have to go buy an external hard drive just to, keep their system from, the system's memory space from being completely full. And, of course, what was the other one? Yeah, the PS5, whenever it comes out, finally having actual mod support. I'm talking like PC computer mod support. So whenever the new games come out for the PlayStation 5, they can introduce almost any mod that they want. If that could finally happen, that'd be fucking fantastic. And then just in general, dealing with game systems in general, just finally being able to play with someone else who doesn't have the same game system you do, but has the same game. Just being able to finally do that too would be fantastic. Shut up, phone. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's just some stuff I'd like to personally see come out with the PS5 whenever it does drop. So guys, do me a favor. When this video ends, let me know in the comments below what you would personally, not stuff they've announced or has been rumored, but your own ideas. Let's go that way. Your own ideas of what you would like to see happen with the PlayStation 5 when it drops. And let me know what they are in the comments below. And also, guys, please remember that if you do like this rant show, to hit that like button. And once again, let me know in the comments below. Also, if there are other stuff that's non-political, mind you, but if there is other stuff you'd like to see me rant about in a future episode, once again, let me know in the comments below. Also, for everyone watching on SoundCloud, SoundCloud, yeah, because that's well, I wouldn't be one bit surprised if that was its own platform. But for those listening on SoundCloud, please be sure, wow, I'm butchering my own words today. Please be sure to drop a like on this as well. Share it with your friends. Let others know what we're doing here on SoundCloud as well with the Rant Show. And guys, I will see you later. As always, peace, love, and chicken grease. O4L. I'll see all my Spock watchers later. As always, welcome to my domain. Please, guys, remember, up until May 31st, we are trying to raise money for St. Jude Research and Hospital Center as part of St. Jude's Play Live event that they have every year. So please, if you have any money you can donate, there's a link below this video. Or for those listening on SoundCloud, there's a link below this audio file that'll lead you to the donation page. Please donate what you can. Whether it be $1, $5, every cent counts, guys. And please help us try and reach our $300 goal before May 31st gets here. But I'll see you guys later, as always, and forever. Peace.